What's going on, guys? Ocean Omacha here. Today we're going to be talking about Demoniacal Fit's legendary Berserker Broly figure. This is the Super Saiyan one with the golden hair. I know they recently released the legendary Berserker. I think it's Shattered the Universe. I haven't got my hands on that one just yet, but I did want to get into this one. They released it around the same time that Tamashii announced their 40th anniversary Broly figure. I don't have my hands on that one either to compare the two, but let's open up this one and see what we're working with. So I had gotten mine off of AliExpress. I believe I paid somewhere around $66 for it. I had pre-ordered it on there. I'll have the link in the description for the store that I got mine from. But I believe you can get them right now for like $62 on AliExpress. So still reasonably priced, still way cheaper than you would get the SH Figure Arts original release of this Broly figure. So right off the bat, we can see that we get 3 Ki Blasts. We get a hand that's gripping Goku's Super Saiyan hair. We get a total of 3 face plates, including the one that's currently on him. We get 2 fists that are currently on him, obviously. 2 grabbing hands and then 2 Ki Blast hands. So he's a very large figure. Probably the largest SH figure, well, not probably, definitely the largest SH Figure Arts figure I currently own. So one thing that I do really like with Demoniacal Fit's packaging is that it looks a lot like Tamashii Nation's event exclusive releases, which I think looks really cool. The nice little colored silhouette-ish type of design. Everything's packaged really well. It usually is with Demoniacal Fit, so we don't ever really have to worry about that. But first impressions, this Broly figure looks really nice. Like the paint job, there's a lot of shading in the grooves of the muscles. In his, I guess his garb has a lot of shading. It's very interesting how this was designed. So this Broly figure is actually a 1.0 design. It's also the only 1.0 figure that I have. Shading looks really good on the pants. It's like a blue kind of shading. Like the pants isn't even white with like shading on it. It's almost like they made it like a very, very light grayish blue tone and then a little bit darker blue shading tones. It's really nice looking. The gems look nice on his jewelry. Left leg's kind of loose. Whoa, right leg just came right off. Uh-oh. Not liking that. Damn. That leg does not want to stay on there. Okay, so that's definitely a problem right out the box. His shoulder range, really good. I feel like I can go higher than that, where this might be like the max. So like full T-pose. Doesn't seem like it looks like there's some more space that it can go. But he kind of doesn't want to move that much, and I don't want to force it, so I'm just going to leave it as is. Full 360. Some pretty okay, pretty decent elbow range right there. This leg just does not want to stay on. So right off the bat, I can already say that the hip articulation is not good at all. I'm assuming this has to do with the fact that this is a 1.0. This left leg is very loose, so QC issues with these legs for sure. At least the left leg will stay on. This right leg just having no luck getting it to stay in place, and it's clicking in. Like when it's in there, it feels nice and tight, but then once you bring it out, it just pops right out. It doesn't want to stay on that joint. So I'm not going to mess with that too much because I don't want to have to keep on popping it back in there and loosen up the joint some more. I might need to put some nail polish on the joint, kind of give it some more friction. Head mobility is okay. You can look down enough for what you would want Broly to look down enough for. Can't look up too much. Knee mobility, it's not too great because of the cloth. Like it's a soft plastic, but it's not soft enough to really bend too well. So you only get exact 90-degree bend on his knees. Hips can move partially. I don't think they could. I definitely don't think they could do a full 360. No. Chest articulation, you can kind of look down like this far, look up pretty decently, so I'm not mad at that. Ankles can go about yay far. Can only come up as high as he can stand. Toe articulation is okay. The hands are on a ball peg. What it feels like, yeah. So the hands are on a ball peg. So because of his gauntlets, can't really move him too much. Get some movement there. It's okay. It's enough. It's enough for Broly. He doesn't do a whole lot aside from throwing ki blasts and throwing hands. So, all right. So let's start swapping out some of these face plates. Let's see. Let's put on his yelling face. He has a very unique hair mold, the way that this is all laid out. Swap out these hands for these grabby hands. One thing I don't understand, especially with like a figure that's kind of like a third-party reissue, is he has these 3 ki blasts and they have holes in them for them to go onto the Tamashii stands, but I don't understand why not just give him some hands that have pegs in them so that he can hold them properly. I mean, unless you have some tack to like just tack it into his hands, you're gonna need a Tamashii stand just for the ki blasts on top of needing a Tamashii stand for him, because unless yours is more reliable to stand up on its own 2 legs, unlike mine, you're not gonna really be able to get him to just stand there doing whatever pose you want. But the hands look nice. Shoulders are massive. This is Boulder Shoulder Broly. The classic Boulder Shoulder Broly. This man is super soul. For a quick height comparison, here's him next to, this is the Super Saiyan full power Goku on top of the Super Saiyan Trunks in the Saiyan armor body. About similar height to Goku in his regular gi, but this is him next to Broly. It's pretty massive figure. And I did pre-order the Fenrir re-release Broly figure. I think that's, I don't know what Beast Deities is going under now, Mythos Anime, I believe. But I pre-ordered the Fenrir re-release, the one that's supposed to be 10 inches tall, so I'm really curious to see the scaling on that in comparison. But this is already a pretty massive figure. Pretty massive figure. While I have this Goku over here, let's try this hand with the grippy hair. Just pop this right into here. Well, at least his shoulders are tight enough to really hold this pose. Definitely a figure to have in the collection for sure. If you don't already have Broly, if you don't have the Tamashii release of this Broly figure, definitely recommend you get your hands on this one. Hopefully you can get one that has fewer QC issues than the one that I got. And if there's even less QC issues on the Shatter the Universe one, then hell yeah. Hands are pretty easy to pop in. They're just ball pegs, so it's nothing crazy. Just gotta make sure you get it all the way into it. Otherwise, it'll just fall right off if you angle it for a ki blast. And here's his ki blasts. They're pretty much just 3 of the same green spiky ball ki blasts. Here's the hole in the back of them so that you can put them onto a Tamashii stand. Let me grab a stand so I can show you guys how it looks. So this is how it looks when it's on the stand. I'm probably just gonna use tack with mine when I'm posing them. I think it looks a little goofy when you're using a stand just for the key blast. Unless it was like a really large and oddly shaped or like kind of weight, like there's weight imbalance on the key blast to use it, to need a stand for it. Like this is a really small key blast to utilize a whole stand for. It's kind of unnecessary. That's why I just wish they just came out with the hand with pegs on them. All the face sculpts look really nice on him. I'm just gonna keep this leg off because it's not gonna stay on. All the face sculpts on him look really nice. The line work looks good. You can tell that he's looking super serious because he has the line work in his cheeks. He's just mewing hella hard. QC issues aside, this figure looks really nice. I'm glad that I at least have this figure in my collection. I'm hoping that the QC for the Shatter the Universe Broly, the legendary Berserker that they released with the greenish Super Saiyan hair, I'm hoping that one has better QC issues than this. I'm kind of sad that the legs are pretty trash. But, I mean, they did aim to release this Broly figure when Tamashii announced their 40th anniversary. And I think that maybe let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Demoniacal Fit had announced this Broly a while back and only decided to drop it when Tamashii announced their 40th anniversary reissue. So I have to see if that 40th anniversary is still up for pre-order, because I might pre-order that anyway just so I can have an official Tamashii Broly, and hopefully that one doesn't have these type of issues. All in all, if I were to give this figure a rating on 1 to 7 Dragon Balls, I'd probably give this figure, I'd probably say a 5. It looks really nice. It does pose really nice. Like when you can get him to stay in the pose and not have anything fall off of him. And if you have a stand that's strong enough to hold him in the pose, whoops, then definitely fun to add to the collection. Definitely fun to pose with other figures or pose on the shelf. As you can see, it definitely doesn't make a 7 because there's QC issues with the legs. But other than the QC issues with the legs, everything else on the figure looks really nice. Yeah, but let me know in the comments if you guys have this figure or plan on getting him, or if you plan on getting Legendary Berserker Shatter the Universe. I'm most likely going to get my hands on that one and probably pre-order the 40th anniversary Broly figure if that's still up. But yeah, until next time guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification button so that you guys can get notified every time I drop a review. Until next time guys, peace.